Well, Tony Gebely is joining us now from Chicago. He is the executive director of the American Specialty Tea Alliance and the author of Tea, A User's Guide. Hi there, welcome to our broadcast.
Hi, Susan. Thanks for having me on.
Tell us, what's the history behind the world's fascination with China's tea?
I think the world is just learning more and more about the rich cultural heritage of Chinese tea. And basically, the Chinese invented tea production. And you can take the tea bush, which is Camellia sinensis, and process it into 6 different varieties of tea. And those varieties are a Chinese invention. And the world is just beginning to learn about them.
Is that why they are so popular?
I would say so, yes. And because the Chinese invented these processing methods, they have the most experience in making tea, and they make some of the highest quality teas in the world.
Some of the countries importing it are participating in this Belt and Road initiative about the connection there. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, I would say that the producers are definitely hoping that the Belt and Road countries are going to be learning more about tea, and the Belt and Road initiative will supply them with more tea.
How big of a economic force is tea and the export of it for China?
It is huge for China. I mean, in the world, tea is the most drunk beverage, second to water. And China, 75% of the tea coming out of China is green tea. And this green tea is the center of Moroccan tea culture. Moroccan mint tea, the base of it is a gunpowder Chinese tea. And many other tea cultures around the world use Chinese tea as their base tea. And
it's known as a healing agent as well.
It is. Tea is healthy, and not only because you're drinking mostly water, but there are many antioxidants in tea that have been proven to have great health benefits, and that's really helping tea spread here in the West, at least.
Well, what about all the different flavors that have spun out of this? You have your orange tea, your lemon tea, obviously, black Earl Grey. What are the health benefits of these, and where are they primarily made?
Yeah, so a lot of teas exported from China are sent to Germany and the US, and flavors will be added. And this is really helping make tea more accessible in the marketplace. And then some of the additives that are being put in the tea are specifically for the health benefits. But definitely adding something like orange or a vanilla flavor is done to make tea more accessible. And that is aiding in the growth of the tea industry, especially here in the United States. I would say that the vanilla teas, the orange teas, the Earl Grey teas, they're really driving the growth. And the base of these teas, the tea that's brought in and then the flavors added to is from China mostly.
Tony, last question quickly. I have to ask you, does tea ever go bad if you leave it on a shelf for, like, say, a year?
Well, they do say that tea has a shelf life of around 2 years. But if it's stored correctly, it can last much longer. You just have to smell it and taste it. If the aroma is still there, I would say it's still good. It's a subjective thing.
Oh, well, I wish I could share a cup of tea with you.
Me as well.
Tony Gebely, thank you, author of Tea, A User's Guide.